Hi everybody, this is Peter with Roland Corporation. I'm here at Sam Ash Music talking about the TR-8S Rhythm Performer. It's our newest drum machine that is very much based off of the TR-8, which we released a few years ago, but it has a lot of features that we've received from artists and customers alike, kind of detailing what they liked about the TR-8, but what they wanted to see for a future model, and they did a really fantastic job with kind of doing that with the TR-8S. There's a number of enhancements that have been made to the programming, to the physical build. There's a lot of new things, and there's also the same approachability that the TR-8 had. You can program it exactly the same way. It's just as approachable, but it has a wealth of features under the hood that you can access now. So let's talk about the sound of the TR-8S. It has an enhanced ACB engine. It has the TR-8 models of all of our Roland drum machines, including the boutique models of our drum machines are also implemented here. There's custom-made Roland drum sounds using this technology. It's really kind of fantastic and nice sounding and really full. But it also includes sample imports. So now you can import your own custom samples onto the board of the drum machine. And that opens it up to lots of different types of genres that you can create with it. You can even load in sound effects or melodic samples or pretty much anything that you want to sequence into your drum beats. And it's just really fantastic the way that it all works out. The sound engine has also been improved to include different effects per track. There's also the ability to route the sounds out of up to 8 individual outputs that you see on the back of the unit, quarter-inch outputs, so that you can maybe route it to external effects. There's also upgraded effects as well. There's master effects that you can apply to the entirety of your sound, things like filters and sideband filters and compression. But also you can apply those to an individual basis as well and then factor them into your sequence. So the sound has greatly been improved. And there's a lot to kind of mess with straight out of the box. It comes with pretty much every Roland drum machine ever made, and then it also comes with a wealth of built-in samples that you can have access to. There's even a library of power tools that they included with here, and like stranger sound effects and things like that. So it gives you a lot to play with and a lot of room to make some cool sound design just with a drum machine. So let's talk a little bit about the physical features of the new unit. It has a slimmer profile. It has multicolored faders that you can assign custom colors to group your instruments in any conceivable way. It has a performance pad, which will let you write in drum beats in full real time. There's also individual quarter-inch outputs on the back. There's a 1/8-inch trigger output to interact with analog gear, SD card for sample import, which could be pretty much any size. You have MIDI ports, and there's like a metal kind of frame that houses the unit, which is very durable. There's also different button features that you see on here. There are now 8 variations per pattern, which you can access in pretty much any combination. And I can press and hold different variations to kind of chain them together. And so that's a really handy feature to have on the panel. I don't need to go into the menu to access different variations on a single pattern. There's also a small display, which is great for referencing some of the more kind of complicated sample naming or anything like that that I need to go into the menu system for. That's also right there, but programming wise, it's all kind of on the panel right here. They've included a row of control knobs, which you can assign to pretty much any parameter per channel. So it could be a filter cutoff, it could be a coarse tuning, it could be stereo width amount, it could be panning. It's really kind of multi-purposed, and that can also be automated onto the sequence itself. So some of the upgraded programming features are you can automate pretty much any parameter on the panel into your sequence, either in real time or by step. And that's really great, especially if you want to include melodic samples, so you can actually create melodies by step sequencing different types of notes into your sequence. So you can kind of build off of that and not make just drum beats, but maybe more kind of fuller sounding productions. There are sub-steps which will let you create faster rhythms per step, so you can do more intricate grooves. There's different last steps per track, so you can make polyrhythms and make more kind of interesting mixed meter type of beats. And there's also an auto fill-in feature, which is kind of borrowed from the TR-08 and TR-808, which will let you have 2 custom-made drum fills per pattern that you can throw in at any time or configure so that it comes in once every 16 measures, once every 32 measures. And it's a way to kind of break up some of the beats that you're writing and get more variance in your performance. So it's a really cool feature to have, and that's also where they put the scatter effect. So the scatter effect is still in here, and it's also just been incorporated into the auto fill-in feature. So there's a lot of updated programming features that have been as a result of great feedback that we've gotten from our customers, and I think the best part about this is that you can have access to this, but it's also just as approachable as the TR-8. It's just as easy to use. You don't need to relearn anything, and you maintain that immediacy that you had with the TR-8. And then now you just have a wealth of features to draw from with this. So once again, I'm Peter from Roland. You can check out the TR-8S or any other Roland product at Sam Ash. Thanks for watching.